these programs, first when you see this, right, we have to calculate this expression. When you try to calculate this expression, first you have to understand which one will be done first, whether multiplication or division or modulus or plus, right, which has to be done first, that you have to know. To know that, right, you need to know two things, right? You need to know the precedence. Which operator has the highest precedence, which will be done first. In our case, right, we have multiplication, you have addition, subtraction and all. So in this case, if you clearly see, the multiplication, division and the modulus has highest precedence. So that will be executed first. And second is the addition and subtraction. So it has lower precedence. So this will be executed second. But out of these three operators, right, all the three have same precedence, right, same priority. So if a statement has all the three operators, which one will be done first? Then we go to associativity. Associativity is left to right. So which operator comes first? Suppose you have something like A star B divided by C na, associative is left to right. So from the left if we go, which comes first? Star comes first. So this will be executed first. And then the division. So that is what is associativity, left to right, right to left and all. Okay. Precedence is based on the operators. So if you clearly see the brackets, right, this has the highest precedence. Then the postfix, prefix, right, then the size of operators, right, tilde, not operator, and then comes the multiplication, division, and then comes the right shift, left shift operators, right, then the comparison operators, the left than, greater than. After that only this double equal to, not equal to and all is coming. So when you have an expression that it has both these things, right, this will be executed first because this has higher precedence. So understanding the precedence is very, very important. Similarly, if you have in the if statement you have comparison, right, you have double ampersand. That associativity is left to right. So left side things will be compared first. So understand the precedence and associativity. So when you come to this statement, right, which one will be executed first? Obviously multiplication, division has the highest precedence, right? In that which one comes first? Associative is left to right, right, for this much. So which one comes in the left side? This. So this will be executed first. So 8 into 7 is 56. 56 divided by 5. So this will be executed first. 56 divided by 5 is 11. This is the integer division, right? So it has become 11. So 11 modulo 10, right? 11 modulo 10 will be 1. So this complete statement goes to be 1. So this will become 3 plus 4 minus 1. In this, plus and minus has same precedence. So left side will be executed first. So this will be 7. 7 minus 1, 6. 6 is the output. So in the printf, if you want to print a variable, right? If you want to print an integer, you have to give %d. This is a format string. If you want to print a character, you have to give %c. If you want to print a float, you have to give %f. Okay. So here I am having a character, I am assigning a value, and I am printing both %d also I am using, %c also using. So this will print the integer value. This will print. For this, right, there will be a ASCII value, right, corresponding character it will print. For example, if you store A, right, in a computer, capital A, 65 will get stored. The ASCII value of the character will get stored. So if you print %d na, 65 will get printed. If you put %c na, the corresponding character will get printed. Okay, now 128 is there, but here the character range itself, right, for character there is only 1 byte. For 1 byte, it's 8 bits. So what is the value, maximum value we can store is, in the 8 bit, right, so character can be signed character or unsigned character. This is, if you put just character, it is signed, which means what? Minus also can come. Negative numbers also can come. So in the 8 bit, 1 bit will go for telling is negative or not, and 7 bits, right, it will go to store the value. In 7 bits, how many values you can store? You can store 2 power 7. Okay, this many values you can store, right? So So now what is the range? What is the maximum value we can store? What is the minimum value we can store? Okay. So in 7 bits you can store 2 power 7, which is 128 values. So ஒரு bit sign இருக்கான்னு இருக்குது. So அந்த bit 0 வந்தா மீதி 7 rest of the 7 bits is a positive value. If this bit is 1, then rest of the 7 bits is negative value. So in the 7 bits, what you can store? You can store basically 2 power 7, 128 numbers we can store. So the range will be, how many positive numbers you can store? 128 positive numbers and 128 negative numbers you can store. Okay. So 2 power 7 you can store 128 values, right? If it is 0 na, 128 positive numbers you can store. If it is 1 na, 128 negative numbers you can store. So positive range will be 0 to 127. And negative numbers will be minus 128 to minus 1. So this is the range of numbers you can store in a 1 byte value. Okay. So, but this is the range you can store. 1 byte you can store only this range. But you are storing 128. When you are storing 128, what happens is, when you are storing 128, what happens is, it will go around here. Because you are storing outside the boundary, right? So it will come back here. So minus 128 will be stored. So if I try to run this, so minus 128 is getting stored. If I store 129, 2 times it is going outside, right, from 127. So 2 times it will come here. One is minus 128, then next is minus 127. So if I run, it will be minus 127. Okay. If I store a proper value, right, so like suppose 65, the same value percentage D 65 will get printed, and character ASCII value of 65 is A, right? That ASCII value will get printed. Okay. So when you try to store a number which is greater than the maximum value, it will go from the beginning. From here it will go to the starting value, and from there it will go and store that particular value will be stored. Okay. So remember this. Okay, here in this problem, x value is 10, y value is 20. Always find in the output, while you are solving output of a particular program, right, just track the variable. Okay, once you track the variable, easy to find the output. Just keep on writing the values. Then not of x. So in C, right, any positive, any value apart from 0 is true. Only 0 is false. Any other value is true. When you put not of x, right, what happens is, this is x is 10, right, this is a true value. So this will become false. So this will actually become 0. So not of x will become 0. Again you put not, right, 0 will become 1. Okay. So this will be a true value. When you are combining and, right, only if the first statement is true, then only it will go to the next statement. So what is the value of x? This is 10. So this is also true and this is also true. If it is true now, it will come inside. Now it will print the value of x. What is the value of x? 10. So 10 should get printed, x equal to 10. And this is not x, right? Not x is equal to not of x is 10. So not of x will be 0. Not of 0 will be 1. This should be 1. Let's print and see. Yes. And if you just put 1 not, right, which means that not of x, not of any true value will be 0. It will be 0. Okay. So here, let's track the variable x, y, z. X is 10, y and z is also 10, 10. X minus minus, right? So this is postfix decrement, right? So this will be y equal to y minus x minus minus, right? Now x value is 10 here. Okay, what is y value? Y value is also 10. So first this operation will happen. Okay, so this operation will be 10 minus 10, 0, that will be assigned to y. So y will be 0. And after this statement, right, then only x minus minus will happen. For postphrase, the decrement will not happen in the statement. So when the control comes here, then the x value will be 9. Okay, this is what is this statement. Now this statement, what will happen is z is equal to z minus minus x. So here, since it is pre-decrement, this will happen first. So x will be 8. Z is 10. 10 minus 8, 2. So that is assigned to z. So z will be 2. Okay, so this is done. Now let's go to this statement. What happens is, so this statement, what happens is, you have x equal to x minus x minus of x minus minus. Correct? This is what is the statement, this statement, right? So at this point of time, this has a higher precedence, right? Minus has a higher precedence, right? In this, associativity will be left to right, right? So here what happens is right to left, right, for this. So in this, x will be decremented first, right? So x will become 7. So this part will happen first, right? So it will be decremented by 7. So x value will be 7. So this statement will become 7 x minus, right? So 7 minus this complete part is also 7 minus here the x value alone it will take, that is 7. That will be assigned to x. 7 minus 7 is, this part is actually 0, right? And then this 7 will be the output. First this will happen, right? Or this will happen. And 7 is getting as the output here. Okay, so this problem, if you see, this for loop starts with -1, right? So when the I value is less than 5, you are putting continue. When you do continue, all other statements in the for loop will not be executed. It will just go to the increment part. Okay, and then it will get incremented. So until it is 5, right, it will be continued. So nothing will be executed. When it is not, when it is equal to 5, it will come to the else part. Else part is break. Break will come out of the loop. So nothing will get printed. Okay, but if you get this right, suppose if you put this else if I greater than 5. Okay, if you put this, if you see the output now, when I is equal to 5, right, this statement is false and this statement is also false. Correct? When I is equal to 5. I is not less than 5, I is not greater than 5. That time this will get printed, I think. So only one time it will get printed in this scenario. Yeah, only one time will get printed. Okay, so go with the flow. Go with the program flow. Right? Execute each statement line by line. Track all the variables. This is how you can find the output of programs. Okay, in this program, how the execution happens is, first all the variables values are -1. Okay, and then you are using plus x. When you do plus x, right, x value becomes 0. So this part will become 0. Right? Once this becomes 0, right, since all these are and, rest all these are and, right, irrespective of whatever value this is the whole value is going to be 0. 0 and anything is going to 0, right? False and anything is false. So this statement will not be executed. Okay, so this is false and that will be assigned to z. So z also will be 0. So x will be 0 because of the increment. This 0 is assigned to z, correct? And this is not incremented at all. So y value remain -1. So x value will be 0 because of the increment, and then y value and z value will not be incremented. This 0 is assigned, so y value and z value should be -1. Since the 0 is assigned to z value becomes 0. Okay, this is how it works. Now if I change this, right, instead of this plus plus x, I am putting x plus plus. Now here what happens is, x will be used for, now let's see the output. Now everything is 0 because here x will be used for the comparison, right? X value is -1. -1 is true. Since this is true, it will go here also. It will do plus plus y. What is plus plus y? Minus y plus plus is 0. So this complete part is 0. So this will not be, this will not happen at all. In the AND, if one part is 0, the second part will not happen. Similarly in OR, if one part is true, right, the other execution will not happen at all. Since this is true, this need not be executed. Right? Anyway the result is going to be true, right? Or, so this is how in the AND and OR, you need to be very careful. Okay? The right, in the AND part, if one statement is false, this other statement will not be executed at all, because irrespective of it is false or true, this whole statement is going to be false. Similarly for OR operator, one value is true now, whether this is false or not, the whole thing is going to be true. So the other statement will not be executed. So that is how you have to calculate. So in this case what happens is, x value will be -1, the -1 will be compared to y plus plus y, this will be 0. So true and false, this will completely be 0. Since it is 0, this statement will not be executed, 0 will be assigned to z. And x value, when it comes out, right, x value will be incremented, so x value will be 0, y values will be incremented 0, 0 is assigned to z, everything will be 0. So this is how you have to tackle these kind of problems. So let's run this program. This program, there is a scanf, enter the number is getting printed. In the scanf, you are getting an integer, right? So for that you have to give an address of an integer. So integer variable is there, I am giving address of the integer. So whatever I enter here, right, suppose I enter 1 now, that 1 will be stored in I, because I have given the address of I. Okay, and so suppose if it is 1 now, it comes here, case 1 will get hit, print do will be printed, there is no break here. Since there is no break, again it will go to the next case, re will be printed, and me will be printed, and then everything will be printed. Default is also getting printed. So all the things are getting printed. If you want do alone to get printed now, you have to do a break here. If you do a break, now if I enter 1, only do will be printed. If the break is not there, the control will come to the next statement, next case. This is what is switch case. If you are giving some value, right, some 7, there is no case at all, right, then it will come to the default value. The default value will get printed. The default statement will be executed.